Today I come to you with a not so much of a fall book haul, but my quarter four book haul. And I thought that I will share with you some of the books that I want to try to get, try to, read them by the end of the year. But I know that I would not finish all of these books. These are just books that I am currently interested in. Also, because I'm not going to actually do a video for cozy or spooky reads, I'm just going to combine it all in one. And so I guess throughout the rest of the year, I will give you guys update on what I'm reading. I thought I would do an October TBR, but we're going to take this as a October TBR, but definitely fall reads. Like this is a quarter four. We're going to call it that. Quarter four reads. So recently I did a book haul, and I will link that video of the books that I acquired in quarter three. And some of those books did make it to my quarter four list. Actually, matter of fact, one of them I just completed last night. It's a short book, but thinking about it, I don't have any. Okay, well, my mistake. There were a few books that I did acquire in quarter three that I was interested in reading. And so I'm in the process of reading it right now. The autobiography of an ex-colored man, and the other one I just finished last night. Oh my goodness. When I think of it, I'll mention it in, I'll mention it, I guess, I'll mention it. But if you want to know, just go check my other video, my quarter three purchases, and you'll find it. But let's get into this stack because we have quite a stack, and I want to share with you guys. Okay, so what I've done was I didn't go out and buy or purchase new books just for this. I think for quarter four, I have some books that I want to acquire, but I only want to get them because I want to put them in my library at home. These are not books that I'm not in a rush to get, but these are books that I want to put in my home library for long term. And so I quarter four is going to look different for me, guys, because I have a lot of projects, house projects that I need to complete by the end of the year, and so that is my main focus. Unfortunately, in these times, I want to be mindful of consumerism, especially coming to this platform or on social media and doing large book hauls. I don't want to be insensitive to anyone's situation, including my own, because the goal of this channel is to share my love of reading, and hopefully, you get just that. Also, I went to my library yesterday, which I haven't gone in like maybe a month or so, well, a couple of months. Hmm. I haven't gone to the library, I was saying about 6 weeks. And I just, just falling in love with being in the library all over again. The library is a perfect place to get free resources. So never feel pressured that you have to have a big, beautiful stack of books, on your TBR, or just walk through bookstores purchasing books. I think sometimes showing those images, although they're beautiful, and who doesn't like books? If you're at this channel, of course you like some type of books, right? It's beautiful, but I think sometimes we kind of, how can I say, I don't want to give the impression that, I'm just out there just buying books, to just have books in my house. And but that's for a whole nother video, you guys. Let me stop. Let's get into this TBR. Forgive my sad rambling. Let's get into this TBR because this is why everyone's here. So, the first book I'm going to share, I'm actually going to share my I wouldn't say spooky reads, but since we're going down that rabbit hole of books for like maybe spooky season, which is October, I do have two books, well, three books that I want to read, and I don't think I will get to all three of them, but I definitely would like to get to one of them. So let me give you the three books. The first book is Stephen King, 11/22/63. This is a great book, you guys. This has also been adapted to a mini series. This is about the um, the main character who goes through this what was it, telephone booth, but then he finds himself like in the 1960s before JFK was assassinated. And the whole plot of this book is the main character, going back and forth. I want to say through the basement of a door, time traveling in order to obfuscate JFK being assassinated. And every time he go back, you guys, and I haven't read this in such a long time. I actually acquired this when it first came out. So actually, he goes and every time he goes back, he makes it worse. So yeah, that part. So I want to read this for spooky season, which will be October, but we'll see if we get to it. I'm really going to press for some things that I either haven't read before or, yeah, I haven't read before. That makes sense, right? The next one, and I may read this one again, is It, Stephen King, which is also a classic, you guys. I've had this book, I don't know how long. And yeah, I kind of retrieved it, and now it's time to. I may or may not read this for spooky season, but it is really reflecting. We'll see. We'll see. Let me set these books. I don't have anywhere to sit them. I have a whole bunch of books, you guys. So bear with me. There was one that I got. Mm-mm. The next one is more of it is a nonfiction book. It's called Helter Skelter, the true story of the Manson murders. I think that if I'm going to read about something, spooky or horror, this fits the bill. And so with that said, for spooky season on adult books, like I have a lot of like maybe middle school books that I can just peruse through, like within an hour or so and read it. And I don't think I'm going to put that on the TBR. But if I read them, I will definitely let you know. So let's get on with this TBR. So every year, I like to read at least one environmental book, if not two. And this book right here, uh, No Immediate Danger, Volume 1 of the Carbon Ideologies, William T. Vollmann. He writes both nonfiction and fiction books, and so this is a Volume 1 of a Volume 2 two book, but it is a 4-part series. So this is a Volume 2, but this is part of a 4-part series. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I do want to get into this one so I can get into volume 2 and then eventually look into the other two books that's in this actual series. So that is my environmental read for quarter 4. You probably see one of my cats walk by me. I think I had this one on my TBR for the summer, but I'm not sure. But I know I definitely got this like probably before summer started. The Empire of Lies. This is the story of the Nazi camp when Hitler had closed off a segment of the Jewish population and basically imprisoned them. And this tells the story. Now, I wanted to read it this summer, but I tell you guys, with everything that's going on in politics, sometimes we just need something lighter and something more not as serious, right? This one, Tommy Kakebebera, Those Bones Are Not My Child. This is also adapted to a movie. If it is adapted to a movie and if I know of it, I would definitely let you guys know. I have not seen the movie. Read the book years and years and years ago. Um, it was pretty heavy, and this is based on the Atlanta child murders and missing cases. So, pretty good book. I should put this in my horror pile, right, you guys? Yeah, I think I'm going to put it with horror. We don't want to get that confused. Uh, Now, this was in my summer reading list, and I didn't get to it, but I've read this book before, and I may get to it. Paradise, Toni Morrison. Love, love, love this book. This will be a quick read if I do get to it, but since it was in my summer reads, I may just try to reread it before the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Marketing 101, low and no cost ways. Starting a business is a business, it is work. And so this book was actually gifted to me a long time ago. I did peruse through it. A lot of this stuff in here has changed, but I don't mind. So this is wouldn't be like a sit down and read and like for enjoyment. This will be like for professional development. So I'm hoping to get through this. Let me put this in this pile right here. Another book. I want to start this series. This is one of a 3-part series. This is what would I call a middle school? The Gilded Ones. I have book 1 and 2 and 3. And I actually found 3 at a thrift store, and I never put it in one of my hauls. Maybe I will probably do that in the future, but I acquired book 3 at a thrift store for like maybe a couple of bucks. So I have the entire series, and so I want to start that series right away. And what's life without at least, at minimum, one cozy read? I think I have quite a few here, but this one for sure. Hemingway's Cats, a novel about cats and other forces of nature. Being a mama of several cats, reading the premise and seeing how they get into mischief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cats on here. Never knew that. Yeah, this would be a nice, cozy seasonal read. This book right here, when I got it, I instantly wanted to read it. I don't know why I didn't get to it. Ashton Hall. This is about a mother and son. The mother, I guess she's a writer or like I think she's a writer. And she rents out this house for the summer to finish her book. And so there evolves a mystery why she's, staying in this house for the summer. So, Ashton Hall. I've read this one a long, long time ago, which is weird because I'm doing a lot of rereads. And I have plenty of books that I need to get to, but I'm going to tell you something. When you have so much on your mind and so many things going on, the thing that you love, you may not go into new territories. And I see myself doing that. However, this is definitely a great reread. I actually started reading this over the summer, and I stopped because I started reading Their Accomplices Wore Robes. So, and I finished that one. Yay! I was annotating that one, and then I started reading this one. And so I was kind of going back and forth at one point, and then I just stopped and finished the other books that I have for annotation. But An Army at Dawn, Rick Atkinson. This is I want to say this is a trilogy. This is a trilogy. And so I think I will do another deep dive into this this fall. Now, should I put this? War to me is horror. I don't know if I should put this under horror or under history, but we'll think about it. But for now, I'm going to sit it right here in my horror collection. Another book that I have started is I don't have the jacket on it, but this is Robert Carroll's The Years of Lyndon Johnson, Path to Power. This is a 4-part series with a 5 that's going to conclude the series. That's coming out. I don't know how soon, but it doesn't have a jacket, you guys. I'm actually currently reading this one right here, and I'm not annotating it, but there are a lot of good points that are being drawn about the character of the man in this book. Carol, he does an excellent job. So I took the jacket off of that. I always take my jackets off if I have a hardcover because I want to try to keep the integrity of the jacket. So let's get to this. Now forgive me, Chinguze Obiyama, An Orchestra of Minorities. I read this. I want to say I got this from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree definitely have some good books. You just have to check frequently, and you have to know which ones to go to because not all Dollar Trees are treated the same. They're just not. I mean, that's just how life is. But this book in particular is about two lovers. One's from a wealthy to do family, and the other one, I think, is a fisherman. And so they find themselves in love and having to make hard choices. This is a good one. Okay. This one I've had for, I don't know, a couple of years now. I also think I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I do have an extra one, you guys. And I think I was going to give it away to someone. I will ask them if they want it. But if not, I'll probably just sell it. So, The Old Drift. I forgot what it was about. But I guess I liked it so much I got two of them. Let's do a quick look. And get something out of here. Okay. Old Drift is a testament to our yearning to create and cross borders, and a meditation on the slow grand passage of time, which is not telling me anything, but it is on my list to read. Yeah, because I think I want to read it right now and determine if I'm going to keep this in my collection. Now, because this is an African author, I may just keep it anyway, but I have two of them. So we're going to determine where that book is going to be placed. Okay. Excuse me. Can I get this book right here? Thank you. So you need a solid ground, huh? Okay. The Barn. The Secret History of a Murder in Mississippi. Wright Thompson. This is another book on Emmett Till. I have other books on Emmett Till, like different versions of the story of his murder or the people who, you know, casually, took this young man's life. And it's being spoken about a lot, but this right here is actually a different view. This is the testimonies of people who knew about the murder in detail. And so the Barn just gets into that. I probably should put that on the horror as well, right? We'll see. Horror or history. All right. So if you've been following me, and oh yeah, follow me on TikTok under Nubian Reads, Nubian.reads, and you'll see a lot more commentary on both books and politics and recommendation on books because of the politics. But right now I'm reading Combi, Etta F. Feels Black, and I'm actually enjoying the book. This was part of my 2025, and I'm actually enjoying this read currently. It's a good book. This is about Harriet Tubman's, her part that she played in I could never say this word right, Kobachi, y'all forgive me, the River Raid. Kobe Hot. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, you guys. The River Raid, her part in fighting the Civil War. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I am currently reading that, and that is part of my 25 or 2025. Another book, my cat right here, she's playing with my hands. Can I get this book, sweetie? Another book that is on my 25 or 2025 that I have pulled to read in quarter 3, but did not get to, is a history of the Muslim world from its origins to the dawn of modernity. Michael Cook. I have started this one as well. I had to put a pause on this one because I was in the process of, like I said, reading and annotating 2 books that I wanted to get through before the fall got here for a lot of reasons. But yeah. And this one, I also have this. No, it's not this one. It's my other history book. I was going to say I have this on audiobook, but yeah, I'm going to have to find some time to at least focus on this book and maybe a lighter, fluffier book, at the time. Because 2 heavy topics it doesn't mesh, you guys. Okay, last but not least, and what I have to say about this particular book and all the books for this fall quarter 4 reading selection is that at any time I may read all of them or read none of them. So that's just the caveat I want to leave you with. But Bark Skins, a novel. I am halfway through this one, you guys. I did start reading this one, and so I should probably finish this one in October. And this also is a story that stretch across generations and family, and kind of an environmental read as well. So yeah, the writing in here is absolutely breathtaking. I love how the author put words together and describe the scene, describe the players. So I'm very much interested in finish this one. A lot of books that I have, they exceed over 400 pages. That is no excuse not to read it, but I plan to get to that. I did finish quite a few books over the summer, but there are a lot of books that I did not finish. So, in saying that, come back and catch up with me on more book recs, and I do have other videos that I go into good details or recommendation about each of these books. Mostly my book hauls and my quarterly book recommendations and all that jazz. I will try to link relevant videos below, but better yet, why don't you subscribe and then you can catch all the videos. I have a 25 or 2025 list that I will link so you can see that video. But otherwise, everybody, I hope you are having a beautiful day wherever you are. And, leave in the comments, what are you reading for this fall? Do you have a list that you're trying to finish off? Do you have books that's in your own house that you are just, pulling from and, just cultivating your own library? I'm excited about my house library project, and that's what I'm going to start in 2026. So I have to get the other projects done. But, that's talk for next time. Until next time, I hope you join me again, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.